Hello, we are broadcasting in glorious nerd person point of view.
We are making New Year's resolutions.
We are?
We aren't.
Aren't you supposed to do that before January 1st?
I ain't in it for the rules, kids.
Okay, I'll eat less junk food.
Nah, let's make it like a real challenge. Like, I will watch the entire Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie and I will like it.
That sounds like a waste of 2 hours. How about I will learn one Klingon word and use it in an essay to make it sound like a real English word.
Yeah, see if your instructor notices. It could be fun.
You know, these are challenges, not resolutions.
Revolutions, New Year's revolutions, will revolt against doing something meaningful and boring and do something silly and fun instead. I like it.
I can pick up what you're putting down. So, what kind of Fortress of Nerditude revolutions are we going to have today?
Well, we're going to have news, resident nerd croupification, geography shenanigans, and more croupa. And some geek trivia madness. Roll it, production peeps.
It's a new year, and any given year, there are bound to be some nerdy anniversaries. We have a few in 2017. Bilbo may disappear with the ring, but the Hobbit hasn't disappeared from our lives. J.R.R. Tolkien's tall tale through the eyes of a halfling turns 80.
He would come over when your mom's not home. He would befriend a garden gnome. Some say he's cool, stylin', and all that. Happy 60th anniversary to the Cat in the Hat.
What a piece of junk! Was not what they said as they lined up around the block to see Star Wars in 1977. Happy 40th to that groovy adventure from a long time ago in a land far, far away.
How do you market a swashbuckling action romance comedy fairy tale with kissing and pits of despair and ROUSs and fire swamps and true love and the queen of garbage? They didn't know how either. Though inconceivable now, the Princess Bride movie didn't do well at the box office. Instead of gaining an audience of admirers through VHS tapes and later media, previous generations can quote the lines and younger generations can quote their memes. Happy 30th to the fantastic film that is still ingrained in our culture.
Was he the chosen one? Is he who shall not be named really coming back? What is Diagon Alley? We mere muggles were introduced to these concepts in The Boy with the Lightning Scar between the pages of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Happy 20th, Harry. Already? The time flew faster than a golden snitch.
Wayne's World is a quarter of a century. Wayne's World! Wayne's World! Party time! So bang your heads and party on to the wee hours of 8 a.m. I mean, none of you are getting any younger. Actually, maybe don't bang your head. Maybe headbanging is only for 3-year-olds. How exactly did they do that in the movie? Weren't they like 30 when they played those parts?
Party on, Una! He's a classically trained actor. He's been nominated and won countless acting awards. He's been knighted by the British Empire for his contribution to drama. We're not denying that Sir Patrick Stewart has acting chops. In fact, they're out of this world. But, let's face it, it's his voice that takes his fantastic abilities and propels them into stellar status. It's his voice that made Captain Picard and Charles Xavier ooze with authority. He was even nominated for a couple of Grammys for Best Spoken Word Album. So, what pivotal role will the 76-year-old thespian grace his voice to next? Shakespeare? A different Marvel hero? The voice of God? No. Poop. He'll play Poop. Sir Patrick is playing Poop in the Emoji Movie coming out later this year. Methinks this is so below his stature, it's where the septic tank lives. The character's name is Poop Daddy, but shouldn't he have a slightly more dignified appellation, like Sir Poops-a-lot? Maybe he should speak in iambic pentameter, or at least say lines like, smiley face, wherefore art thou, smiley face?
One thing's for sure, he'll boldly go where no guano has gone before. Have you ever had a guano-y hair day? We all have, right? Some days it just doesn't want to cooperate. It's frizzy, flops over weird, or has a mind of its own. As the weight loss ads say today, it's not your fault. Recently, scientists have discovered 3 mutations in genes that can wig out your hair instead of having a round hair shaft. The sufferers of this malady have kidney or heart-shaped. Uncombable hair syndrome, yes, that's actually the real name, makes Rapunzel's unruly mane look like the silky and sweet chocolate river from Willy Wonka. The good news is that it usually tames itself during puberty. And until that happens, you can just shave your head in cosplay 11 from Stranger Things.
That's not the only cosplay. If you strap cinnamon buns to the sides of your head, you can still play Princess Leia. You know who would have loved that most of all? Carrie Fisher. Our iconic princess was known for her lightning-fast wit and sense of sarcasm. She even wrote her own obituary that claimed she drowned in moonlight, strangled by her own bra. This was in reference to George Lucas telling her she couldn't wear underwear in space. He claimed that with the weightlessness, flesh expands and underwear doesn't, which in turn causes strangulation. Bra or no bra, we hope she keeps him laughing at the pearly gates and never has to smell a foul stench again.
Do you think at the pearly gates you can keep your same accent through the whole show? We love you, Carrie, but as you also pointed out, even the Force couldn't help you with your accent skills. The princess starts out British and ends up American. It's okay. Just go searching for your co-star and proclaim, "Help me, my dear Alec Guinness, you're my only hope." Alrighty, when we come back, our resident nerds will get croupified.
My name is Robbie Cheney, and my goal in life is to become a filmmaker.
Am I just pretending?
I have been interested in making movies since I was 11 years old, when I first started watching bonus materials on how movies were made. I wanted to get into the Colorado Film School when I was ready, though I had a hard time getting there. And that's when I heard of another school that has a video program, and that was Emily Griffith Technical College. I am good at how things in the program work, from cameras to editing. I have learned how to set up a good sequence in a video and how to work in a television studio for a broadcast.
Art walk in Tennyson.
The best projects I have worked on was a news report about a social gathering doing an art walk. Another project is a non-profit video about Dare Coffee, a coffee truck that hires young adults with autism find and get jobs.
Thank you.
I am a creative artist behind videos and feature films. I have been told by many people that I am really talented at my work.
Well, not that way, like...
And that is my goal, to have a recognition and a passion for my dreams.
It sounds like insulting.
Well, we are back. We're here with our pal Matt Krupa, which Una was saying that he's been a nerd for a very long time, which she thinks is insulting. I'm not sure, Matt, are you insulted by that?
Now I am. I wasn't before.
So we've got our resident nerds and Matt out here to play a game of Who's the Bigger Nerd?
Yes.
So the rules of the game are we're going to basically, one person will come up with some sort of nerdy thing and we'll take account of who does that nerdy thing. Does someone have something burning that they want to start off with, or?
Star Wars?
Star Wars. I will put in a point for Star
I
Wars.
have done the Star Wars.
Yeah, what about Star Wars? Like, never
Yeah, it's pretty vague and broad.
never.
Like, watch it.
The extended
like,
series.
Well, 40th anniversary, that makes me feel old. I am going to the Star Wars celebration in Orlando, Florida in April. So,
props on you. I think you.
I think you get more points than we do.
All right,
then.
so I'm gonna give 1 point to all but two to Matt.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
What do you got?
What about Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm missing a game right now because of the show.
Oof.
I'm sorry about the boss fight, guys. Just
Good luck.
handle it.
That's right.
Well, I played as a kid, but now I've moved on to better role-playing games.
Pathfinder isn't better.
It's better.
Shade.
Rough.
So I'd say yes.
Alright,
I'm
so-
also in that boat.
A point to everyone except for Una.
I played it a long time ago.
I've played a singular game. Excuse all of your rude
That
selves.
doesn't count.
Wow, I'm so proud of you.
What'd you play?
God, I don't know.
Was it like a Star Wars themed one?
Yeah.
Oh,
They make them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, who's got something else?
Maybe dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Right
Like,
there.
what about dinosaurs?
I don't know.
I didn't think it through that far.
Una
just
drew
wanted
a
to point out the
dinosaur, so she
dinosaurs.
gets
Yeah,
a
I wanted
point.
to point out the
I
dinosaurs.
saw Jurassic Park in the movie theater.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Matt,
I
go.
don't
I'm
have
sure
anything
older than
extra
all
about
of you.
dinosaurs.
Probably
I
all
mean,
of
you
man.
lived with the dinosaurs.
Wow.
Older than all of
Wow.
us combined, right?
Rough.
Like, are you
Yeah,
a
why
fan
do I
of
keep coming
dinosaurs?
back?
Because I think we're going to get
I just
points
saw a
for fans
dinosaur
of
and wanted to
dinosaurs.
mention it. I'm not a fan of
I
dinosaurs.
enjoy dinosaurs.
They scare me.
I don't know.
Do we all get a point for
I think
dinosaurs?
we can all get a
Except
point for
Except for me.
dinosaurs.
I don't want a point for dinosaurs.
No?
No.
You're getting a point for dinosaurs.
Giant, horrible chickens.
That's very true.
Oh!
Doctor Who? Anyone?
Doctor Who?
Doctor
I
Who?
formerly.
Exactly.
I haven't
Doctor?
watched the past
Yeah,
season and a half.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
Capaldi. I'm halfway
Yeah, the
through
new
Matt Smith,
series
but-
I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
I've just
fairly obvious.
watched.
That's not how
Yeah,
tallies
how do you-
work.
How do you? What are you doing? What are they
That's
teaching
not-
you?
2, 3, 4. Oh, I thought there was only 4.
Man. Okay. Mathematics? Anyone?
So like New Who,
Not
Classic
me.
Who.
Classic. Well,
Who.
okay.
I've only seen the news, so I can't really.
Yeah, I've seen a couple Classic Who, but
New Who feels very pandering. I'm not a
That's
fan
a
of
good
it.
word.
pandery.
I can
Yeah.
see that. Classic Who's worth a watch, as long as you're sticking around the 70s and 80s. Old Who is weird, but it's all worth a watch. I mean, especially if you like the new stuff.
Did you watch Doctor Who as a child, Matt?
I did. I watched it with my father, actually.
Oh,
In fact, kind of Doctor Who, Star Wars, that kind of stuff, I think is what turned me into who I am today, for
Aw.
better or for worse. So,
Sweet.
yeah. What else?
Okay. What about like video games, like
Oh.
original Zelda? Is
Oh,
what our producer
yes.
is prompting me to say.
Yes. Oh, man.
I've played the original Zelda. Yeah.
I have played and finished every single Zelda game,
Okay. I
including the
haven't done that.
CDI series.
Oh, good. Wow.
Yep. I play a lot of the
rough.
Zelda.
Why did you do that?
Wait, why am I behind on rules?
Have you
What are you
Zelda'd?
doing?
Yes,
them
I've
both
Zelda'd.
diagonals.
I've
There you
done
go.
many Zeldas.
You know how to 5, right?
Sounds wrong.
Here you go.
I'm in my.
It's
Diagonal.
upside
There
down.
we
You get that.
go.
Yeah, I guess,
That's
board,
on-
board games that aren't
Board
D&D?
games?
Deck
Oh, yeah.
building
Oh,
games?
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
and my friends have like yearly
Yeah.
traditions
I
where we
won't
just
watch.
sit down and play.
Doesn't
board
matter if
games,
you
yeah.
want one or not. It's whether or not you deserve
I,
it.
I play like Catan
Yeah,
and
yeah. I did a couple weeks ago.
I guess I have.
Munchkin.
Munchkin's good.
Munchkin?
Betrayal at House
Played
on the
Marvel
Hill's a good
Munchkin.
one.
That's fun.
What
Yeah,
Munchkin?
Yeah, Betrayal House on the Hill, I have that one.
Okay.
Legendary is
So-
fun.
I've never played any of
I-
these.
Then why did you give yourself a point?
Because I played Blockus.
Nope. Erase that point.
That counts. That's a game.
No, it
Yes,
doesn't.
excuse you.
I think we should
It
play
is technically a
Blockus on
game.
this show. Like have
I
a
mean,
throwdown.
Battleship's
That'd be so
technically a
good.
board
Blockus
game.
throwdown.
It's got more strategy than Blockus.
Blockus has a lot of
It's like
strategy.
Tetris, but less strategy.
I don't know.
Because you can choose your pieces.
Oh, man.
I don't know,
This
man.
is getting
Oh.
shady.
What else? I've named all the
else?
stuff I like.
Oof.
Magic or other
Oh, yep.
trading card games.
Yep.
Yeah,
those.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely The Gathered.
Oh,
For,
has
for
been
my
mad
10th
at.
birthday, my friend bought me a pack of Magic cards and
Mm-hmm.
gave me one lesson in Magic, and I haven't played since.
It's a difficult game to
It
learn.
is.
I've
There's
played-
a lot of variety in Magic.
Yeah, but I
For that, I
definitely.
Once
like it as
again,
much.
I've played once and I won, which was bizarre.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
Put that on
What
your
about
resume when you go.
Firefly? That's
I've
another one
seen
we're
the
getting
Firefly,
counted.
yeah,
I've
yep.
watched
No.
one episode.
I've
You don't
heard
get
of
one.
Firefly.
You
Does
don't
that
get one.
count?
All right,
That
so
sounds
Matt's
great.
the only one.
Never got
Oh,
into
really?
that.
Well, because it was only on for one season,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah,
and, I
and-
mean, it
and
had
a
a cult
movie.
following. But
What about like other academic nerdy things? Like, do you nerd out about like,
Physics.
physics, like science?
Yeah,
Science.
it's science.
I get a science one.
a science.
Yeah, not as much science anymore. I mean,
Science.
does computers count
Underneath.
as science? I guess it does.
Yes.
Yeah, I
computer
mean,
IT
sciences.
counts as
don't you do
science?
IT? yeah, you
poorly,
can get a
but
point.
yes.
I am good at computer.
Yeah.
I failed computer science in college.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
I think
a
I just
pretty
told
hard
everybody
class.
I know that. But that's okay.
Does he lose points for that?
No,
Maybe.
no.
Don't ask what my real job
Okay,
is.
so like, how about building robots or computers or something?
I actually did take a robotics class freshman year.
I was in
Okay.
a robotics club for 3 years.
I
Okay.
dress cosplay as a giant robot.
Yeah.
Okay.
That counts, right?
I've
I
built a
played a lot of
computer, so I
Mega
get
Man,
one.
who's the mega fighting
Okay.
robot.
Mega Man's pretty good.
All right, well, the winner here is pretty solidly clear.
Well, I beat Jonah, and I'm okay with that.
We've got
You're gonna
Matt.
give me 50 bonus points because I'm better than him.
That's right. Thank you, Neville.
Well, thank you all for playing. Thank you for showing your nerdiness, and thank you for making me feel very inadequately nerdy. So, we will be playing Will She or Won't You? Will she or won't she?
when we come back?
Yes.
Learn what you love what you learn. Graduate debt-free from a certified program in health science, design, trades, or administration in less than a year. Opportunity comes from possibility. Come see what's possible.
Hi, welcome back to Where on the Virtual Screen Am I? We are going to be pitting against Bridget for the title of Cooler Host, which I do believe I still hold.
Yeah, whatever.
This is mine. Now.
No one cares, Una.
I do. Oh, I do. All right, so we're gonna ask some questions. I kind of doubt that Bridget's gonna get this one. It's pretty rough, you know.
I'm watching you, production folk, and I think that like it's not fair if you're giving Una the easy ones. You see, I'm watching you.
All right, I got this. Are we ready, Bridget? Are we ready?
Definitely.
Do you want to do a guess just flat out?
Sure. Tokyo, Japan.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, this city has a cross on a mountain because of a deal with the Virgin Mary.
Oh dear. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
You know, no, no. This city has its own horror movie school. You're a film major, you best.
Yeah, but I don't pay attention. I don't like horror. I don't know. San Diego.
Wrong. This city is featured in the Mario Bros. Educational game Mario is Missing.
Wait, there's a Mario Bros. Educational game?
It would appear so.
Pamplona, Spain.
No. I didn't know Pamplona was a thing.
Yeah, it's where the running of the bulls is.
Oh, okay. In the 1950s, thousands of trees were cut down for morality purposes. Too many couples were flocking to the forest for some amour time.
Somewhere in Utah?
No. No. Pretty far away from Utah,
Okay,
actually.
can you am I in the right country or no?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Ugh!
A large number of Titanic victims were buried in the city.
New York City?
No. There's not enough space in New York, my guy. It's just
That's
like,
fair.
we just stacked all the Titanic victims in a skyscraper. Okay. This city claims to have had the first hockey game in the world in 1875. It ended in a fight.
Somewhere in Canada?
That's
really
really vague.
Toronto?
No. This city has a pyrotechnics competition every summer. Contestants duke it out for the Golden Jupiter Award, which is considered the Oscar of the fireworks world.
I don't know. There like in Ottawa, Canada or something? I feel like it's
Ottawa?
Canada. This sounds like a weird Canadian thing.
You got to guess a more Canadian. You can't just say Canada.
I
in
know, but
general.
like is Ottawa?
I think Ottawa's a Canada. Yeah, Ottawa. Yeah, okay, Ottawa's a Canada. Okay, John Lennon's song "Give Peace a Chance" was written in this city during his famous bed-in protest with his wife Yoko Ono.
Oh gosh, I don't know. London.
That's wrong.
I'm aware.
More than 85% of the world's maple syrup comes from this city.
Well, okay, I just don't know my Canadian cities. Montreal.
Yes! No! No!
Nice.
Oh!
Look at that.
How dare you?
I will claim this now.
Ugh.
Do you wanna? Do. Look at me. I win. I am the
I
winner.
refuse
winner.
to acknowledge.
Okay, Una, give us some nerdy
Alright,
tie-ins.
well, I'm gonna very bitterly give the nerdy tie-ins because,
it.
quite frankly, I don't think she deserved that because half of her guesses were just Canada. So, Montreal is considered to be one of the top video game development countries in the world. Assassin's Creed was created here, and there's a movie coming out on that for all you like mega nerds. Mangas and Tea, the manga bookstore, has everything you want and need some lovely tea to quench your thirst.
I
It
like
seems like
tea.
a weird combination.
I like tea.
I also like tea. I ate a tea bag the other day, like the entirety of a tea bag, like tag and all.
Someone needs to stop Una.
Yep. Or you could eat the tea bag. Levée de Cure is a great place to check out your geekiest collections. From card games to figurines, it has everything you need and will inspire you to want more. Drawn and Quarterly is the place to get comics and graphic novels of all genres, and it's actually recognized internationally for the quality of its publishing. As described by Time magazine, it is the most elegant comics publisher in North America. The Geekatorium is a boutique specializing in clothing, jewelry, and accessories for pop culture / geek fashionistas.
Do they have bow ties?
You know, it doesn't state,
I hope they
which
have bow
seems like
ties.
something that should have been included.
You know, of all the things that you would include,
Yeah.
don't you think bow ties would like?
Yeah, right? So if you're looking for the latest trend in geekwear, you know where to go. The Montreal Science Center is a hub for geek culture. With its 4 permanent exhibits and 1 temporary exhibit, it spoils geeks of all ages. Some of the movies shot in Montreal include X-Men's, Days of Futures Past, Warm Bodies, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. Montreal is host to several conventions throughout the year, serving fans of comics, pop culture, toys, and anime.
Wowie.
Wow, I had no idea that Montreal was so nerdy.
I'm surprised about that Titanic thing, though.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
why-
little
why
freaky. Like,
Montreal?
why'd they take them all the way to Canada?
Well,
Seems like they didn't need to go to Canada.
who knows?
That's really rough. There's things being said on just in my ear.
In my
and
ear,
it's sad.
It was bad.
Yeah,
Anyway, it looks like I'm the cooler host, so
which is not true.
that's
but
true.
You
'Cause
can
I can
accept-
just guess Canada, and sometimes you'll win. When we come back, we'll be back with our pal Matt again, talking about his life and all things nerdy. So, on to commercial break.
Hitting a dead end? Do you need a new path to success?
But you need more education. And you don't have enough money or time, you say? You've been told that the only way to succeed is to get a degree, but does the degree for all mentality really work for you?
You can go to a 4-year university and pay, on average, $82,000 over 4 years.
How about a 2-year college? That can still cost upwards of $18,000 or more to complete your degree.
Then there's Emily Griffith Technical College. You can finish in less than a year and pay between $800 and $9,000 depending on the program.
You can clearly see the difference in cost for your education, but is a 4-year degree going to pay more after graduation?
A recent study showed that starting salaries from certificate programs can range from $21,000 all the way up to $70,000, where the average bachelor's degree can earn you around $38,000. So with EGTC, you can get a great hands-on education for less money, less time, and great pay after completion. But which program to choose?
Well, here at Emily Griffith Technical College, we have lots of choices. How about practical nursing? You could make over $38,000 after only 1 year of education.
Water quality management? Over $32,000. That's awesome.
Computer networking? Starting pay over $41,000. And geographic information systems, you can make over $52,000 just starting out.
So you can do what you love and make great money too. What's that? Still worried about the time involved?
You can finish most of our programs in less than a year, and there are many start dates throughout the year.
Let's review. Great programs, less money, less time, and great pay upon completion.
But what about jobs? Did you know Colorado needs on average around 135,000 workers right now? And Emily Griffith Technical College has the highest job placement rate in the state because we prepare students for jobs for which there is great demand.
So what are you waiting for? Learn what you love. Follow your path at Emily Griffith Technical College.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here once again with our longtime friend Matt Krupka.
You
Krupa.
still
Krupa.
can't pronounce
Wow,
his last
longtime
name.
friend. You can't get my name
I've
right.
said it like right, like at least 5 times in the past minute, but it's like the second the camera turns on,
Yes.
you get a K in your name.
That happens. You're
Well,
not the
There's
first one.
already a K.
You get 2 Ks in your name. Okay,
Second K is
welcome
silent.
Matt Krupa
Thank you.
from the Symphony, our
Yes.
longtime friend.
Yes. It's okay, Luna. I like you anyway.
Our first guest.
Ever.
Yeah, our first.
Almost
Yeah.
2 years ago.
I know, right?
Yeah.
When was it? April?
I think it was
Yeah, I
April.
think
Yeah.
April sounds
So
right.
yeah,
So
that's what Nathan
we're
said.
almost
Yeah,
to 2
well,
years.
welcome back.
Sure.
We've got a nicer couch now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
you
it's
guys have
like
upgraded.
really fancy. Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, so, new year brings new Geek Series symphonies.
Oh man,
What do we got on the roster?
the Geek Series at the Symphony goes crazy again this year. So as a reminder to any students watching, $10 tickets for almost everything. Not everything, almost everything. I did bring my little cheat sheet because I can't
Very
remember
nice.
them. So coming up next, Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions,
Una,
March
for you.
9th.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's this year. A symphonic tribute to Comic-Con, the Tetralogy, because it's the fourth time we've done it. That's my favorite.
Are we
because
doing Tetris with Tetris?
There might, I think so. I mean, we're still figuring out what we're actually going to play. We figure that out in the next few weeks or so, but that's my favorite because you get something from everything. You get something from TV shows, from movies, from video games, and we get all the different cosplay groups to come out. You know, 501st Mountain Garrison comes out with all the stormtroopers and stuff, and all the Star Wars stuff, and of course I like that, as we know.
And we'll be there as usual.
And Nerd Necessities Network always has a table at the Geek Series, so that's great. I love having you guys there. Movie at the Symphony, E.T., Extraterrestrial. That was one of the first movies I saw in the movie theater. That's how old I am. And it was crazy. And it was really creepy. I know, right? Well, I was a baby then. I was probably like 7 or so.
Did it frighten you as a child?
Oh, man, yeah. E.T., creepy.
Were you afraid that E.T. wasn't going to live?
Yes. Oh, well, spoilers. Wow.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, very much.
Wow,
and,
Una.
and I think that's the movie that made me really start to like junk food. Reese's Pieces especially. Oh, man. I could tear through some Reese's Pieces. After that, in May 27th, 28th, the music of Star Wars. It seems like we do it almost every season now, and I love it. Everyone likes Star Wars. It's great. It's fantastic. And then finally, not really part of the Geek Series, kind of a special thing, but it has a little bit of it. So we just did the music of Harry Potter, A Sorcerer's Stone. We did the movie. We played the score a couple weeks ago, actually. And we're going to do Chamber of Secrets in July, and then Prisoner of Azkaban next January. No $10 tickets for those, unfortunately, but still, I mean, they start at $29.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was great. It was amazing to see it and hear it. It's a long movie, though. I didn't realize how long it was, especially with a 20-minute intermission. It's a long movie. So, but that's good.
So, we kind of know you as like the geek guy,
Yes.
but like there seems to be some questions about your other job.
My other
So
job.
like, what else?
So, well, when I'm not, breaking computers and changing toner for the Colorado Symphony.
Lovely, yes.
Yes, I manage I host pub trivia every Sunday night.
Awesome.
In a local pub, and we get questions, and we ask 8 different rounds of questions. Each round has a fun theme with different things about it. We play music rounds. Sometimes we'll do video rounds. We'll do visual rounds, and it's about 2 hours a night. So it's fun. I mean, it's interesting, but it's fun.
Are babies such as ourselves allowed to trivia nights?
Sometimes it depends on the venue. I mean, if you go to like a venue that is like a pizza place or a family place or whatever, yeah. I mean, there's like there's a burger place I went to that does it a couple weeks ago, and I played, and there's a teenage team there, and I think they came in like 2nd place.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it depends on
we lost.
Depends on the location, but some of them you can do it at. So.
Sounds exciting. Cool. So do you and the other hosts do you guys make them up, or do you get them from database?
No. We just read from the teleprompter, so to speak. We have the teacher's edition.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, we download our quiz materials the day before. We read through them, make sure there's no errors. Usually there's not. Listen to the sound clips, make sure there's no issues there or whatever. Make sure computers work. But no, we don't. Some people that actually host also write, so sometimes they do. But most of the time it's just reading it from the script and scoring the sheets, putting it on the computer, giving a winner, et cetera, et cetera. So.
What kind of themed events do you do, and like how often are there
So,
themed ones versus normal?
Actually, usually about once a month. It's a big theme. A couple years ago we did like a Doctor Who theme quiz. This recently we did the Gilmore Girls television show theme quiz. So
and that just had a revival or something.
Yeah, it did, and sometimes we'll tie it around to that too. Okay. So when Arrested Development came back on TV on Netflix, we do one for that. Sometimes we'll tie one into the season finale of Game of Thrones, and we'll do one for that. So.
And do more people tend to come out for the themed ones? Or
Yeah, I'd say so, actually. Yeah. Well, because the themed ones we'll try to do in a really big pub, or sometimes even like a place with a really big back room with a lot of chairs and tables. Because those, I hosted one for Star Wars, big surprise. And I think we had like 70 teams, and team size is like 2 to 5, 6 people. Yeah, it was the location was packed. It was packed with nerds. The smell was interesting. Wretched hive of scum and villainy, as they say. So,
This is an unrelated question, but you know,
Yes.
I gotta know. Have you ever hosted something at Casa Bonita?
Oh no, man.
That sounds intense.
That's a top 5 list right there. You know, like although you know the waterfall and electronics probably wouldn't mix. You know, although the sound going through Black Bart's cave would probably be pretty
That'd be
neat.
cool.
I could see that.
That'd be fun,
I
that'd
gotta
be fun.
find that. Oh man, that's a great idea. So there you go.
Cool.
All right. Well, so we've heard that patrons at such events might drink a bit of confidence juice.
Sure. Yes.
Do their answers get stranger as the night progresses, or just louder?
The answers get very strange. Some of them I will not repeat
Lovely.
because, you know. My favorite thing is sometimes when you're asking like geography questions and you'll say like, what U.S. state, blah, 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 blah. And they'll say like, Russia. And it's like, okay, so your map is very outdated. That's Pangea. So yes, but as the night progresses, you know, the confidence juice is imbibed and things get interesting. I've never had any major incidents with that, but I've heard horror stories from other hosts around the country that deal with it. So it's interesting.
Well, we're super excited because you've agreed to show us how to host this Geek Trivia.
Poorly,
so,
but yes.
You know, we can try it at home.
That's right.
So if you guys stick with us, we're all going to learn how to be the hostess with the mostest at the Geekiest Party Trivia.
That's right.
We'll start loosening up those muscles for that rub.
Skinology. It's much more than a name.
Really, my company is truly about inspiration. I have a really deep passion and love for skin. I put a lot of pressure on myself to always try to be the best.
Sounds like ingredients for success. Meet Kimberly Shook, the owner of Skinology.
When I say someone that I'm a skin therapist, immediately they're in love with me, which I love.
That love turns into new business.
They want to know where I work, what I do, what I can do for their skin. And so it makes you really proud of your career.
Kim started like many.
I was actually very nervous to start aesthetics school. I'm not the best at spelling or pronunciation.
She succeeded because of the support of the Emily Griffith faculty.
Let's start with the teachers. All sweet, all supportive. I can't believe how much Emily Griffith Technical College has helped me personally and my career. They really invested a lot into me. I really felt it while I was there as a student. And I think because of that love and support, I was able to have more confidence in myself.
Kim's passion leads her.
I wanted to make a true difference in women's lives and in my own.
Now, she's using her education to help clients.
I have so many people that come to me and just tell me that I've changed their life. I really get to watch my clients kind of blossom with this confidence. It's really quite exciting to know that I was part of that change.
But is a facial better than the happiest place on earth?
A client really made me feel really special. I had a wife buy for her husband a gift card. I saw him. He told me I was better than Disneyland.
She's been meeting the needs of clients since 2012.
I actually opened this place while I was in school. I really kind of went from school to here. So I'm a little bit unusual.
What's not unexpected is hard work and dedication.
I never truly have a day off, which is okay because I'm so passionate and so in love what I do. I've been able to open a business for myself. I can do anything I want, right? And I'm not talking about my schedule. I'm talking about that I can truly give back to the community. For Skinology, we do 2 fundraisers a year, and every month we give to a different charity. We have raised and donated almost $10,000 in the 3 years that we have been open. And I'd have to say that's probably my greatest accomplishment, is that I've been able to not only support myself, but I've been able to give back. And that speaks volumes to me.
So we're back to do some trivia with our resident nerds and Matt Krupa with only 1K. So Matt, I hear you're going to teach us how to host trivia. Is that what
More
we've got
or
going
less.
on
I
here?
mean, kind of with the materials we have in front of us, which is nothing.
2 sheets of paper.
Yes.
2 sheets of paper. Well, these are my questions for you guys.
Oh, well, I have a pencil. Does that help?
Pencil's good. So,
in my mouth.
I mean,
No.
when I hosted in the pubs, like, you know, we have pencils, we have answer packets that are already stapled and put together, a pencil sharpener, and that kind of stuff. So, like, I bring the materials for everybody. They come up, they collect it. They put their funny, witty team name on the top of it, and they turn in their answer sheets and that kind of stuff when they bring it up. If you want to do this with your friends, I mean, you can kind of do it with, you know, like trivia card games, you know, like Trivial Pursuit or anything else you guys play. Trivial Pursuit's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much it's, you know, like ask a question, I repeat every question twice. So,
Okay.
and you have to enunciate, especially over microphone, enunciate, so that you can make sure people aren't like, what? Especially, as you can imagine, as the night progresses. So, what did he say? So, enunciate your questions. Make sure that you ask somebody who's writing down answers to do the most legible handwriting. So
I can't write.
yeah,
I can't write either.
that's well good. Then you guys, then these two.
We would have.
if you guys had
I
the
would have
team-
been at such an advantage if we
That's
were
right.
doing writing.
So if you guys had the team, you would be doing the writing. So, so let's just pretend that we have all of that stuff.
Okay.
You know, and
Wow, what a glorious pencil
that's right.
sharpener.
Yes, there you go. I use X-Acto, so those
Ooh.
you can't mess with those.
I have a razor. We could.
So I'm gonna do kind of a mock round with you guys, a mock trivia round.
Okay.
All the rounds we do are usually 8 questions. Are always themed, so that you kind of keep in lieu with the theme. The theme that I made up for you guys, and kind of what we were talking about before, is I've made up geeky questions for old geeks like myself and new geeks like yourself. So I picked stuff
Okay.
from pop culture, from something my generation would know, and then hopefully something your generation
What
would know.
about the
'Cause
next generation?
the next generation did not make it on here, but that is my favorite Star Trek. I'll say that.
Would the next generation be the old generation or the new
Oh
generation?
man!
The next one.
But it's still like 300 years from now. So
It's just the next
good,
one.
good points. Yes, it's the next one. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions here. So we'll pretend that you guys have, you know, your paper and your pencils and that kind of stuff, and you're on your different teams. But instead, just you know, shout out the
Buzz
answer. Just but pretend like this is Jeopardy style.
Okay.
You don't have to put in the form of a question because Alex Trebek is weird anyway.
Yes.
So I got 4 separate groups of different geeky things
Okay.
from the year. So let's ask you a question about comics, okay?
Oh, great.
Released in the late 80s, what Alan Moore masterpiece ended with a staged alien invasion of New York City to prevent nuclear war between the U.S. and Russia?
Captain America?
No.
Superman.
No.
Tank Girl.
No.
Batman.
No.
X-Men.
Did you guys ever read The Watchmen?
Oh,
The
no
Watchmen.
way.
The Watchmen. I mean,
Oh,
in
man.
the movie, the spoiler alert, the movie didn't have the aliens. You
Oh,
know, it had
how
the
disappointing.
bomb and all that stuff. Anyway, we won't talk about Zack Snyder. All right. Okay. So here's one. That was the old question.
Okay.
Here's
New
one
question.
recently in comics. With her own series in 2015, Doreen Green fights crime in New York as what rodent-themed hero?
Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl. Yes.
You didn't
yes.
buzz.
You
Well, I
didn't.
My Facebook profile
That's,
picture. for a while.
You didn't buzz in, though.
Extra points there.
I
All right.
got that.
Okay, so
There were points.
1 point over here. All right, let's ask you about some science fiction movies. Katniss Everdeen fought as tribute to what district in the
District
Hunger
12.
Games? District 12.
You didn't even let me finish
Is
the question.
right.
Yeah,
Against
that's
the
actually
rules.
against Jeopardy
District
rules.
12.
If you've ever played Jeopardy,
Well,
you
I
have
don't
to
know.
buzz in after.
Actually, no,
Well,
that's
in
not
Jeopardy,
true.
I don't think you have
No,
to buzz in after
no.
the question because the question is the
On
answer.
Jeopardy, you can buzz in as early as you want, and then as soon as if you're first, then they ask you after.
But
they
I don't think it gets
ask the
triggered because
question.
that's what Ken Jennings was talking
Right,
about.
you got to do it perfectly.
Yeah, it has
I've
to be
known
timed
3 people that have
perfectly.
been on Jeopardy.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
That's
I know.
You should be on Jeopardy.
Well, because the trivia that I host has
Yeah.
all these nerds. Big surprise. So.
I want to be on Jeopardy.
All right,
Same.
I
here's
tried
gonna-
for Jeopardy
I'm going to ask
once.
you about an old science fiction movie. I can't believe this is considered old, but that's where we are. Space opera Flash Gordon starred Max von Sydow as what evil interplanetary tyrant?
Oh God, what's his name?
Oh no.
This is like my favorite movie. I met the guy who played Flash Gordon. He signed my wedding dress.
Okay, but it wasn't him, it was the bad guy.
Oh my God, what was his name?
What is his name?
Reverse Flash Gordon.
No, that's.
He's got the eyebrows.
Different.
He's got the wild eyebrows. I know
Yes,
exactly
he does.
what he looks
His
like.
name is
It's
Ryan
Ming the
Reynolds.
Merciless.
Oh!
Come on.
What?
Ming the Merciless.
That's like the
Flash
worst-
Gordon
Okay,
is a horrible movie, but
Excuse
it's
you,
awesome.
it is the best movie
but
ever
it's
made.
awesome. Yeah,
we
it'll
wanna-
make you think twice about putting your hand in the lawn.
Wait, we want to
Yeah.
understand
That's
this
for sure.
wedding dress thing. You said he signed your wedding dress.
Flash himself.
So yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I went to Flash Gordon is one of my favorite movies of all time because it's just glorious on every level.
Agreed.
And I had signed up to go to a color commentary by the man who played Flash Gordon himself. So it was, but the just before it was the day of the zombie crawl, and I had decided that I would be a zombie bride. So, but I didn't have time to change in between the two, so I went to the color commentary of Flash Gordon in my zombie wedding dress, and I went up to talk to Sam J. Jones, and he signed my wedding dress.
Wow.
My zombified
Where
wedding
were all
dress.
those points before when we were playing
I
on
don't know,
Nerdiest
this is like
Thing?
the
'Cause
only one I know.
The nerdiest thing I've heard.
Wow.
That's the
Wow.
only
Got
one.
everything. Zombies,
I know,
old sci-fi.
zombies.
Man. All right, I'm going to ask you a couple video games questions.
Oh, great.
All right. Pitfall, Adventure, and Yar's Revenge were original releases for what late 70s gaming system?
Atari?
Atari?
2600.
2600.
Oh.
Teamwork.
Wow.
Teamwork
Oh,
makes
we're
the
on
dream work.
teams.
Right
None
there.
of that made
well,
any
no,
sense
but
to
it
me.
counts.
I
It is
knew
the
it
Atari
was
2600.
I would not
It
have
was
been able to tell you
it was
the
the
number.
second video gaming system I had after Pong.
Aw.
Pong on a black and white TV. Oh.
Aw.
We've come so far. All right, so a game I've been playing recently. Following the Fry twins, Evie and Jacob, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is set in what 17th century city?
London.
London, England.
Wow.
Jerry O is correct.
Played.
I'm
There you
so
go.
proud of you
All
guys.
right, 2 questions left. These are about cartoons.
Flash Gordon, more like Flash
Cartoons.
Gordon.
I haven't
Okay.
gotten a
I
single
think I might be
point.
ready
All right.
for this.
What
Steven
Adventure
Universe.
Time miscreant's catchphrase
Never mind.
is unacceptable?
The Lemon King.
The Lemon King is not right.
Lemon grab.
Lemon Grab, Earl
What?
of Lemon Grab.
Oh my god.
Specifically.
Oh, I have disgraced my entire life. Oh.
It's okay.
No,
we all do
I
that.
enjoy winning.
All right, so here's the last question
this
I
is
got for
bad.
you guys.
This
This
is
one's
bad.
about cartoons that I used to watch. Be specific, okay? Mark Hamill first voiced the Joker on what mid-90s cartoon?
Batman the Animated Series.
Batman the Animated Series is correct. I think we got our winner.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we got our winner. It's okay. It's all right.
It's okay.
It's
We
not
didn't
the best
even
part.
try.
It's okay.
Okay, I
still-
knew
you're
Flash
still
Gordon. I
winning.
just didn't
Yeah,
know.
but
I
that
didn't
doesn't
remember
help.
Oh.
Trivia's supposed to be my thing.
Well, I mean, you guys could play trivia. The one that I host at some of the venues. So, you know, find out which ones are 18 and year old friendly and go check those out. Usually stuff that has like food or like a restaurant, like a pizza place or something like that, or a burger place. If you want to drive up to Longmont, there's a great burger place up there.
You should let us know the next time you host an 18
Okay.
friendly one
Yeah.
because I
Done.
feel like we
Because
should all
we
go.
should
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Except for me, because
Yes.
I'm younger than the rest of them.
Well, what about
You-
a
no,
you'll
16
still be-
friendly
yeah,
one?
you'll be
Yeah,
fine. I mean,
16 should be
We
fine.
can get you
for
a
the
fake
most part, I
ID.
mean, I've been in places where I was hosting where there are kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like kids bringing up their ancestors. Like, oh, you were there when I just read all those words? Okay, that's going to be an awkward ride home with your parents.
Daddy, what does that mean?
That's right. What does
Okay.
that thing mean?
So let's say we are playing this at home with our friends. What kind of prizes do you recommend we get?
Oh, man. Okay, well, let's see. Candy, that's good.
Candy.
Um,
Do you have candy for us today?
I do not have any candy today. I have some Altoids in my jacket, and I could share them
Tempting,
if
but-
you would like. And, I mean, I like them.
Yeah.
So they're sugar-free. It's not real candy. It's not like Reese's Pieces.
Oof.
But candy's good.
I do
So
gotta
yeah,
think
when we
about those
when
now.
we do prizes in the pubs, we usually do like a gift card and make them come back a second time, or
Yeah.
free,
Nice.
free confidence building beverages, as they are, and confidence is what they build. It's fun. I mean, it's something different to you know. I do it like on a weeknight, I do it on a Sunday night, so it's something fun to do at the end of the week before. The thing that stinks is I always miss the good Sunday night TV. You know,
Oh, I got
Game
you.
of Thrones, Sherlock, Better Call Saul, like all of that stuff is on a Sunday night. So
Well, we are unfortunately out of time.
Thanks.
Thank you for the trivia.
You
we'll
bet.
be seeing you soon, hopefully
Oh,
in a
I'm
pub
sure.
of some kind.
Check us
sure.
out on social
The
media.
Facebooks, the Twitters.
I won.
Bye!